All right, we're doing systems of equations. We're doing elimination method here. So the first thing I need to look at is make sure that my x's and y's are stacked on top of each other in the same order. And when I notice this, I see this is kind of all over the place. So I'm going to just rearrange. Now the x and the y are on the same side over here, but the constant is over on this side. Does it matter? Not really, but people like habit and they like the same structure. So what I am going to do is just rearrange that one. The second equation, x needs to be over here and the 4 needs to be over here. So what I am going to do is I'll do that rearrangement first, and then I'll show you this one rearranged, and then we'll start to look at it a little bit closer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides and get 10y. Now it's all by itself, and we're going to have the negative 4 and the plus 2x over here on this side. But I want to get the x over here with the y. So I'm going to subtract 2x on this side and get that over here where it needs to be. And so I'm going to do negative 2x plus 10y is equal to negative 4. So that's the second equation rewritten. So again, that's just so that I can get this in consistency. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take x's and put them on top of each other, y's and put them on top of each other, and then constants and put them on top of each other. So this is a negative 7x. So I'm going to put the negative in front of the 7x and just put it right here. This is a negative 20y, so I'm going to put that over here underneath the 10y. And then we're going to put the equal sign, and this is a negative 14, so I'm just going to put this right here. So now everything is stacked appropriately. I'm going to put a big plus sign here, and we're going to take a look and see what we can do. Now, I don't have opposites of each other, and I don't have the same of each other. However, if I take the first equation here, I can make this 20y, because this is negative 20y. So if I just multiply this by 2, that will cancel out right here. So what I'm going to do is multiply the entire equation by 2. And so what we're going to end up doing is now rewriting this one under here. So you're going to still add, but you're going to have negative 2x times a positive 2x, which is going to be negative 4x. 2 times that is going to be 20y. And then the last part, 2 times negative 4, is going to be negative 8. So now we're going to just take a look at these two equations right here. So we're going to kind of just like this part right here. So we're only looking at these two. So we're going to add these together. We get negative 11x. The goal was to get these out of here, which we did. And then we're going to add these two together, which gives me negative 22. Last step is to divide both sides by negative 11. And when I do that, we're going to get x is equal to 2. So we got x is equal to 2. So now what we can do is solve for y. And it does not matter which equation you want to put it into. I think I'm going to just go to the second equation because the second equation is all positive. So we're going to substitute x for 2. So we've got 10y plus 4, which is equal to 2 times what we just found out x was, which is 2. And again, you want to go over to the original equation, because if you made a mistake anywhere along the line and rearranged it differently and it's not right, it's not going to come out right. So you want to always go to the originals. So I'm going to go ahead, we got 10y plus 4 equals now 2 times 2, which is 4. Now I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. 10y, this is gone. 4 minus 4 is 0. That's okay. Divide by 10, which gives me also 0. So this says that x is 2, y is 2. Now, if you panic because you end up with a 0 somehow, check it. Make sure that it works. Now, we know it works for the second equation because that's the one we just used to solve it for. If I plug in x and y here, and I end up getting a negative 14, then I'm right. I'm good. Negative 20 times 0, which is just 0. 7 times x, which is 2. That's 14, but this is a negative in front of it. So this is negative 14. Does negative 14 equal negative 14? It sure does. So I did do both of them right. And I'm going to go ahead and write this in coordinate form. The answer is 2, comma, 0, and that's my finalized answer. And if you want more questions like this, find them on my YouTube channel, You Want Algebra. Check them out under the Systems of Equations Elimination Method section.